Hey guys, how you doing today? Welcome to the video, and as you can tell by the title, I'm gonna give you my review of MW2. I'm gonna keep this like as brief as I can. I don't want to talk too long about it. I will say this though, I'm a huge fan of MW 2019. Vanguard and Cold War sucked, and this game being a direct sequel to MW 2019 means there's gonna be a lot of comparisons and a lot of, you know, points made that will compare both games. This is, like I said, being the sequel, I would have expected them to take everything that MW 2019 accomplished and build on that. And they have, but they haven't. I don't know. I have a lot to say, and without further ado, I don't want to drag this on, so I'm just gonna get right into my points that I have to make. So first of all, there's some small mechanics in the game that have changed. And I say they're small. Some of them, like, you know, you just got to get used to them. So first, the slide canceling, I didn't even want to bring it up, but everyone's talking about it. Slide canceling is not a big deal. I loved slide canceling. I really did. And I thought it was going to be something that like was fine, but the more I played the beta, the more I realized that without slide canceling, drops the skill gap, meaning that like it's so much harder to just, I feel like I have to play slow, and I'm an aggressive, like, get in your face kind of player, and it's harder to do that in this game because of like how, you know, like how they catered it. Like there's just so many things. I feel like I've been nerfed as an I feel like aggressive play has been nerfed, which is funny because when they released this game, they said they added a level of personalizations to it that everybody's going to be able to play how they want to play. And I'll tell you right now, playing aggressive is damn near impossible because it's just, you get in someone's face and someone's just, you know, sound whoring their headset, and we'll get into that later. But anyway, so yeah, that slide canceling, I feel like that being taken out just single-handedly dropped the skill gap, because now I can't quickly evade away from somebody, and you can't even shoot while sliding. Sliding is a completely useless mechanic. Don't use it at all. Like, there's no point to using it. You can't shoot while sliding. You can't cancel the slide. You're committed to that slide when you make it, which means you're probably going to die if you do it around an enemy. So anyway, next thing I want to address, sprint to fire time is still very slow on a lot of guns, and I'm not talking about sprint to ADS. I'm talking about when you stop sprinting and when you can start firing. Let me just bring up this point, right? Just because I'm sprinting does not mean my hands and fingers suddenly become paralyzed. When they send Marines out to like deploy them out to different like parts of the world and say they got to get in a gunfight, just because they're moving does not all of a sudden mean that their fingers are paralyzed, because if it did, they'd all be dead. And they want to make this game realistic. Well, that's not fucking realistic. And COD has never been a realistic fucking game. Just want to put that out there. Anyway, so yeah, sprint to fire, they gotta adjust that. Visual recoil, the first weekend of the beta, it was terrible. The second weekend is definitely a lot more manageable, but I feel like they need to tweak it just a little more. It is kind of hard to like, I lose people all the time with certain guns, like I'm firing, and I have all attachments unlocked, and I'm telling you, like, I'll be shooting, and I lose them. I'm like, where did that person go? And then I die, and I'm like, oh, they were right there. I just couldn't see them because of how much this gun shakes. It's crazy. Next up, there's a little bit of FPS tweaking they need to do and optimize. I get it's the beta, but the game comes out in a month, so it's pretty much polished off at this point, but they do need to tweak certain maps, because on the map, what is it? Mercado Las Almas. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. That map, I get like 180 to 210 frames on every map. But when I get on the Mercado map, I get like 130 to like 100. I don't know what it is with that map, but it is highly unoptimized. And it's not even like a big map. It's relatively small, but it's like, it's just like, I just don't get good frames on it. It's terrible. So I hope they tweak that. Next, okay, this is going to be a sensitive topic for some of you guys out there. Very sensitive topic. The red dots on the map, okay? I'm going to be honest with you guys. It doesn't bother me, okay? Because of the way I play. I'm very aggressive, and I don't like to look at the way I say, if you're trying to be an aggressive player and you take time to look at your minimap, oftentimes you die. Because the second you take your eyes off what's in front of you to look at that mini-map real quick, the dude pops up and you die. So for me, being an aggressive player, the mini-map is not something that's very important. I use it like 5% of my time playing. But I get it for a lot of you guys out there, like, you know, you want the red dot because it's always been in the game, and it stops people really camping and stuff. And I get that. So I see it from both sides of the equation. In my experience playing, it's not a big deal to me. In fact, when they originally took it out of the game, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't even notice. I really did. Like, I forget how long ago they took. Was it with MW 2019 they took it out? I don't remember. But whenever they took it out, I didn't even notice, because I've never really paid attention to it. But I definitely do see the argument from you guys, and I wouldn't mind if they put it back in, because it might help with all the people who are camping on this goddamn game because of the freaking audio. Which again, we'll get to the audio in a little bit. But lastly, Dead Silence and Ghost. I am actually perfectly fine with Dead Silence being a field upgrade. I like the idea of just being able to pop it, because I feel like it adds more personalization to how I want to play. Like, I don't have to play with Dead Silence the whole time, but I could go from, you know, being a sneaky player to being like just getting in it in everyone's face, you know. And I feel like I have that, like a switch on me. I can switch into that different type of gameplay, and I like that. And Ghost is important in this game because of how the audio is. We'll just get into audio now. Audio is freaking loud, dude. Audio is so loud. Like, and it's funny too, because MW 2019 and especially Warzone, I bitched all the time about audio. I was like, man, this audio, I can't ever tell where people are. You know, it's hard to tell if they're above or below you, but even directional, like, and then sometimes it just bugs of the game and you just get no footstep deaths, and like, what, like, where, why didn't I hear that guy? And I feel like they took that feedback and they said, we're gonna make the most bumping, the most absolutely outrageous audio system for this game, and they fucking nailed it. But now it's too much, right? And I feel like one of those assholes who bitches about something, and then I get it and I'm like, wow, now this is too good, you know? Like, listen, I don't want audio to be terrible. I want to know where people are up to a certain level, but I don't want it to be so good that that's all I depend on. I want it to be somewhere, a nice happy medium in the middle, where you can hear them up to a certain point. I don't want it to be so blatantly obvious that, like, that's all people rely on, because the problem with it now is this game's becoming like Siege, right? Is that the audio is so freaking good that people just sit in a corner and they wait and they listen. They mute all their team members, they crank up their fucking volume, the SFX sounds, and they sit there and they listen. They get real quiet, right? They get there real quiet and they listen. And they listen, and then they hear dot, 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 and they're like, oh, guy's coming, boom, you're dead. Because you're trying to play aggressive. And this is another thing that nerfed my aggressive play, is that the audio is so good, nobody's moving around. I can't jump into a room and find a guy because he's ADS'd on the door already, just waiting for me to come through because he can hear me. And a lot of people have said that, and they still haven't addressed it, man. I'll tell you right now, they need to change that. Like, the audio is good, but just lower the footstep sounds. It's just too much, and it's causing people to play like little bitches, and I can't deal with little bitches, you know? Like, that's tough, okay? But anyway, and, you know, Dead Silence is good and all, but I feel like Dead Silence doesn't even work, though, because, like, I feel like people just know I'm coming anyways. I feel like there's some audio cue that Dead Silence doesn't get rid of, that they can hear me, and it's ridiculous. And Ghost is important because, like, you know, of how much people have to rely on UAVs now, because there's no red dot on the minimap, you know. So all those problems are connected, okay? Whew. And real quick, prestige system. It looks like seasonal prestige is coming back. I don't know if anyone addressed this yet. They should just put in a regular prestige mode. How hard would it be to give us 2 prestige modes? Give us a seasonal prestige, right? Or seasonal leveling, whatever the fuck it is. And then give us a regular prestige mode. We can have 2. Put a prestige mode in every fucking game mode of the game. Give a Warzone prestige mode. Give a seasonal prestige mode. Give it a multiplayer prestige mode. That'll give people some shit to grind for, okay? That would get people playing your game for so much longer. Especially if you're bringing into, like, new shit like that before anyone else. Yeah, fucking do it. That'd be great. Anyway, next thing I want to talk about, settings in the game. I am disappointed that in the graphical settings for anti-aliasing, you can't just turn it off. The lowest option they have is SMAA 2 times, which is like, it still makes it a little blurry. But now they have this option in the game to turn on cap, whatever the fuck it's called. And it puts like a sharpness filter on top of your game that makes it look like anti-aliasing is off. But here's the kicker. It drops your FPS. So why the fuck would I want to use it? Right? Like, it's not a huge FPS drop, but if you're a competitive player, you need every amount of FPS you can get. And I can only I can only see how Warzone's going to be with this. You know, when people are getting a certain amount of frames and they're going to try to run with all this shit on. Like, that anti-aliasing setting is not going to fucking fly well when it comes to Warzone. Because, like, people need to see very long distance. And if you've got anti-aliasing on and everything's, like, blending those pixels, you're not going to be able to see people as well as you could before. That's why people play with anti-aliasing off. You can see every single pixel, you know, and that's what you want for competitive gaming, and it gives you an FPS boost. So please, if anyone over there sees this video or someone can bring a point to it, add the ability to shut off anti-aliasing. Okay. Secondly, reload cancel. They need to add an option for that in the settings. That's why I'm including that under settings. Like, I should be able to play how I want to play. And if I want to cancel my reload, let me cancel my reload, okay? I get it. They want to be more realistic. You know, you start a reload, you get 50% of the way through it. You switch to another weapon, you come back, and now you just finish that reload from 50% of the way through, you know? But I've died so much not being able to reload cancel. So much because, like, there's nobody around. Like, the situations in COD change at the flip of a switch. Like, you can't even... There's no way to predict it. And there's this, you know, like, everybody in the COD community knows what COD timing is. It basically, you wait, you think the coast is clear, the second you go to do something, boom, somebody pops up and you die. That's COD timing, bro. It's a real fucking thing. It's like a paradox. It's like the Mandela fucking effect, okay? It's real. COD timing's just as real as the Mandela effect, okay? No joke, okay? So, you know, with COD timing being a thing, like, I need to be able to cancel a reload, okay? Because so many times I've started the reload and, like, my secondary is not even reloaded because I saved my ass previously with my second. I started the reload and then went, oh shit, someone came, pulled out my secondary, killed them, and then I'm like, okay, now I can reload my primary, go back to my primary, and then someone else is coming and I can't cancel it, and now my secondary is not loaded, and now I'm definitely what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? You're not giving me the option to fucking protect myself in this game. Like, you're literally, like, I'm succumbing to the way you guys want me to play, and I don't like that, because your biggest thing about this game was that you wanted everybody to be able to personalize the way they play. That's why you made the gun system like you made it. You can make any gun anything with the receivers. You can do this and that. You give me all these fucking options, but you can't allow me to play like I want to play. You nerfed aggressive play. You guys kind of built this game for the fucking shitty players. I'm not gonna lie. Now, you hear me shitting on it, okay? Do I hate this game? No, I really like it. I have had fun. I have not had fun in it, okay? But here's the thing. I hated Cold War and I hated Vanguard, okay? I played the shit out of MW 2019 for the last 3 years. I cannot play this game for another fucking year, okay? Oh my God, as much as I love it, I just can't play the game for another fucking year. Warzone I can play for another year, sure. They didn't even need to make a Warzone 2.0. They should have just put this Warzone we already had and updated it to the new engine that they made. And then just, you know, made like a legacy game mode you could still use all the guns in, and then just bring us the new content, you know? Like, they could have done that, because I like the way the first Warzone game played out, you know? But this isn't a Warzone video, it's a multiplayer video, all right? So next, on the end of slide canceling, maybe they should just add like a perk in the game or something that you can choose, you know? Not a perk that allows you to slide cancel, but almost like a gung-ho, you know, where you could shoot while sprinting. Maybe not even make it shoot while sprinting, or maybe an attachment for a gun, a perk for a gun that allows you to shoot while sliding. Please, for the love of fucking God, put that in, because without it, sliding is so fucking useless. There's no reason to use sliding. And there's no reason to fucking dolphin dive either. Nobody's fucking dolphin diving. Maybe to go across a hallway that you're scared to, like, look around, sure. But it's fucking pointless. I know you can bee-hop across a hallway just as fast, you know? And bunny hopping is, like, the only way to, like, really do movement in this game. And it sucks because your attack sprint runs out. And that was what was amazing about fucking slide cancel. You get the attack sprint back real quick and then go back to bunny hopping. Like, it added a skill gap that COD needs. Because the thing about COD is that, you know, the players who were playing 10 years ago were way shittier than the average players that are playing now. The average players now are probably like between average and pro player if they were to go back in time to like 10 years ago and play against those motherfuckers, right? They'd be dominating everybody, because the average player nowadays is way better than they were back in the day. So you gotta, like, you can't make the game such noob oriented, because then there's no skill gap and everybody's so fucking good that like I can't do anything, you know? Like I've been grinding COD a long time. I've been playing Call of Duty for 15 fucking years, okay? Right? Like since I was a small child, all right? I don't even know how fucking old I was. I was 7 or 8 when I started playing. 7. I was 7 when I started playing Call of Duty, okay? And I have played Call of Duty every year for 15 fucking years, okay? And I'll tell you right now, I never thought at 7 I'd be the guy trying to make a video on YouTube about what they need to do to fix it so I can love COD. You know, I love COD, I really do. And I have, like, I want some things fixed, and I'm very passionate about the game. I'm passionate about YouTube, even though I have a small channel. But just don't worry about that. Like it really is kind of my dream to do YouTube and all this stuff. But so like I want to pursue COD in that way because I just love Call of Duty. I love gaming. I love being competitive. When the game is made like this, it makes it hard to do that. You know, then I look at other people playing and I know they're using VPNs. And by the way, can someone fucking ban Nadia? For Christ's fucking sake. She's been cheating for too long now. All right? Like, ugh. Someone just ban her. She got some fucking ties over at Activision or whoever the fuck they're keeping her safe. They need to ban that bitch. Anyway, I want the game to be fun. I want this Call of Duty title to succeed so fucking badly because I'm so fucking sick of playing Modern Warfare 2019, dude. It's like I just can't play it anymore, dude. I just can't fucking play it anymore. Like it's become so repetitive and I just need something new in my life. I really do, you know. Anyway, skill-based matchmaking. I don't want to talk about this at all. I don't really give a fuck about, like, I do care about skill-based matchmaking. It's putting me in, like, the point of getting good at the game is that so you could shit on the people who aren't as good as you. But if skill-based matchmaking is literally just only pairing you up with people of your skill level, how the fuck am I supposed to shit on anybody if I'm playing against fucking 11 other me's, okay? Sorry, 5 other me's on my team and then 6 other me's on the other team. If we're all the same fucking person and player, how the fuck is any one of us gonna be able to play better than anyone else? Let me put it to you this way. You're not. You can't fucking do that, okay? And the funnest thing about COD is that earning kill streaks and getting kills, doing all that stuff, that's supposed to be the funnest thing about COD. And you can't, it's not like that anymore. It's not fun when you're just getting dogged on 24/7. And I'm not getting dogged on because I'm bad at the game, dude. Like, I'm pretty good. I got videos on YouTube of me dropping like 125, 110 kills with the pistols and MP5s and MW2 and I. Like, I had a lot of fun playing that game, okay? I would consider myself definitely a lot better than the average player. And I can't find a way to have fun with skill-based matchmaking fucking me over, okay? And I can deal with it. It's made me a lot better of a player having to deal with skill-based matchmaking because you have to up your skill to keep getting good gameplay, you know? But up to a certain extent, you're pretty much, it's like they're chaining you to other people who are the same as you, and then you're all trying to play, and then you're forced to use a meta loadout. You can't like switch it up and try out some new stuff for fun, because if you're not using the meta loadout, you just die. You just die and you can't get anywhere past it. Yeah, so that's my take on skill-based matchmaking. I have a solution, and I don't know if anyone else has said this before. I'm sure someone else probably has. I'm sure a lot of people have. Add a competitive playlist, like a ranked game mode. Have skill-based matchmaking for people who want to play ranked, and then make just a regular, like, 2 playlists exactly the same, except one has skill-based matchmaking, one does not. And there could be problems with that, whatever, but just try it. Just try it. Put them both in the game. Say, this is your skill-based matchmaking playlist, and this one here is your casual playlist. There's no matchmaking skill-based in it. Why are they not going to do that? Well, let me tell you why. Because everybody's going to want to play the casual playlist. And then they're going to be like, well, shit, skill-based matchmaking, you know, we put all this time into like making the COD experience fair for these casual players, and now they can't. Well, they just don't want that. So they're never going to add 2 playlists like that and try it out, because they know they would just look stupid after all these years of doing what the fuck they want instead of listening to people. And that's just what it is, you know? So that was my last biggest point in this video. And there's a takeaway now, okay? There's a takeaway. Here's what I'm hopeful for. People were a little suspicious of MW2 and I when it first came out, and then it came out to be an amazing fucking COD, and it brought Warzone, and it brought like all these different things that just absolutely like just made COD fun again, right? And this is just the beta. People say it's just the beta, but the game comes out in a month, so it's pretty much polished off, like I said. MW2 has the potential to be a really fun Call of Duty. It feels great. It looks great. It has the biggest potential, I think, out of any COD game over the past however many years. Like, it has a lot of potential, you know? I got high hopes for it because, again, I don't want to play MW 2019 for another year. I really don't. I don't. Be that as it may, I'm not having a bad time in this game. I'll say that. I'm having fun. There's just some problems that should be tweaked that can make the experience way better, right? Now, also, there's new game modes coming to this. There's the DMZ game mode, which is like Tarkov, which is like they drop you in an extraction mode. And if you do good and you get out at the extraction, you get to keep those rewards and use them in future things. Awesome. That's a great game mode. They're bringing back Spec Hawk Survival, or I think that's what's called. I think that was an MW3, but that's fun. That's another game mode I could play, you know? There, Warzone 2.0, obviously. I'm going to be playing a lot of that. But, like, there's a lot of avenues with this game. So if I get bored of multiplayer, that's fine. You know, I can go play other things. And then also, I heard they're going to add raids, like Destiny-style raids to this game that'll come, like a new raid every season. You know how fucking fun that's going to be? Destiny 2 raids were like, sorry, not Destiny 2, but Destiny or Destiny 2 raids were like the best fucking things to come into gaming. Like, you and your homies drop in and get like this unbelievably hard challenge and boss you got to take down all together, and then you find a way to do it. Like, that is fun. And having that in a first-person shooter with COD first-person shooter mechanics is going to be like probably like, this is going to be definitely a first for gaming and a long time for a game like COD to be doing a Destiny style raids. I'm so excited for that. I really am. So for those reasons, I'm going to be playing Modern Warfare 2 without a doubt, you know, because I just have high hopes for the future of this title. It's going to be a 2-year game, which is great because MW 2019 was like a 1-year game and I played it for 3 years. So if this is as good as maybe MW 2019 was, I might play this for 6 years. Who knows? But I don't want the video to be negative. Okay. I want it to be overall positive. I try not to be negative, you know? So overall, there's a few things that need to be tweaked, and I'm glad I'm able to get those off my chest. And like I said, I was dreading making this video, but it just had to be done. And now that I've said all that, I feel like I can finally just play the rest of this beta for the, you know, this video will be coming out on the last day of the beta, but I'm making it the day before. I feel like I can just play these last 2 days in peace now. I don't have to think about this anymore because I got all the ideas, like everything I had in my head out in this video, and I could just enjoy it now, and I don't have to worry about it. And I know nobody at Activision was probably going to see this video, but, you know, it's just nice to be able to get your thoughts out there. All right, so like I said, I got high hopes for the future of MW2, and I know a lot of you probably do as well, and I want this game to succeed badly because it's got a lot of potential, man. It's fun. And the way they're doing the guns this year, I'm all for it. Anyway, I'm out of time, guys, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, you know, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and please, down in the comments, let me know what you think. If you agree with anything I say, if you disagree. And by the way, nobody has to agree with everything I'm saying. You know, that's what opinions are for. Everyone's got different ones, okay? So if you guys don't like what I'm saying, that's fine. You know, do you. I'm down with it. But anyway, hope you guys really do enjoy the video. And if you do, you know, slap that motherfucking like button. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.